And joining us now is consumer expert Jodie White. Good morning, Jodie.
Morning, Lola.
Now, there's such a huge variation in price from $10 to $500. Are the expensive ones better?
No, they're not better. They're not always better. And I think this is probably a little bit of a trap that we're falling into. But there are a couple of good things that we've got to remember about buying sunglasses, taking care with purchasing those. But first of all, before I talk about that, I'd really like to talk about UV in general. A lot of us think that because even this morning it's such a sunny day that, gee, we've got to grab the sunnies and off we go. But really, you do get a lot of UV in cloudy days as well. And UV is actually broken down into three bands. There's UVA, UVB and UVC. And UVA is not sort of seen to be as bad as UVB for the eyes, but certainly can do damage to the retina, and UVB obviously forming cataracts and things. So basically the tip is that we should be buying glasses that are protecting the eye instead of just buying sort of perhaps fashion glasses.
So is there an Australian standard? Do all sunglasses have to filter all of those UV, or is it up to the manufacturer? No,
there is an Australian standard, but not everybody is complying with that, because if you're selling a pair of sunglasses that are under the specification of being fashion, then they don't have to meet that requirement. So it's like, well, hang on a sec, am I buying fashion sunglasses here? Do I need a general purpose sunglass or something specific in terms of maybe for sport, for sailing or skiing or something like that, where you need a very good quality lens to protect the eye.
So what should you look for?
Well, all sorts of things. I've got a couple of winners here. Would you like to try on some glasses with me?
Yes, why not?
Why not indeed? Well, here, these are just crackers. Try these on. Now, these actually, they're a bit Jackie-O, those numbers, aren't they? If Mia Freedman was here, she'd freak out, I think.
Some of these.
They're great.
How do I look? Oh, I look like a fly.
Yeah, there's a bit of that. You could be welding or something with those, couldn't you?
They're good though. Have they got UV?
They actually have. They're not a bad quality glass, and also too not terribly expensive. And they've got quite a big lens, but still sun can get in through the sides there. Now these are a definite no-no. I'm going to put these little winners on. They have a very small lens, as you can see, so you've got UV coming in from all directions, and yeah, they're pretty silly, aren't they? And they also have a blue lens, so we've got to be very careful of the fashion glasses with the blue, light-coloured pink lenses, because they're certainly not going to protect your eyes.
Okay, so they should have a good coverage.
Correct.
And they should be quite dark.
That's right. When you say dark, not too dark. Polarised lenses are obviously fantastic, and you will pay a little bit more for a good quality sunglass, and it's worth doing that. Now, these are something too that we could probably thank ZZ Top. I'm not going to put these on because I just don't think there's enough money in the world for me to put these on. So, but ZZ Top perhaps introduced us to this wraparound stuff. Now, of course, look, it's probably not everybody's trend to be wearing them, but they're excellent because they contour around the head and around the eyes and protect the eye from any sort of sunlight. So something like that is very good for all-round protection.
Does it say on the glasses if they've got UV protection?
It should do. It should say that they do meet the Australian standard. The Cancer Council have got some fantastic glasses out at the moment, and they're sort of getting a little bit trendy and things, so they're worth going down that track and having a look at what they've got available. But they should be labelled to say that, yes, they will protect you against sun glare, and they should be labelled if they are a fashion spectacle, I think is the term, that they, if they're just basically for fashion.
So you can get a $30 pair of sunglasses from the service station that has the UV protection?
Yes, you can, which will be a general purpose glass that will protect you from normal glare, normal sun glare. But if you're doing anything particular, it's a bit of a worry, because I don't think people actually really understand the level of damage that can occur by just wearing fashion sunglasses. And also, before, as we were talking about the tints on some of these glasses, they can be quite dangerous when you're driving because the colour is different. You can get sort of different shadows and reflections coming from the eyes, and you might think, oh, that's somebody on my left, and swerve to miss them, and there's absolutely nobody there. So you should be very careful.
Well, fashion's going for the big glasses at the moment, so I guess that's an improvement. They're actually covering some of the eye.
Exactly, and the lenses are big at the moment, so we are safe in terms of that sort of overall eye protection. But once again, I would be very careful when I was purchasing those glasses there to make sure that they do have the sun glare protection, meet the Australian standards, and I'd buy a polarised lens, I think.
Oh, polarised lens. OK, I'll just try these on, and I've got one more question for you. Why is it that you always lose or crash expensive glasses and you never lose the cheap ones?
Well, that's it. I think that there's, you know, some sort of sunglass god up there that keeps snapping them up and taking them away. But, yeah, and look, really, that they probably would cost around nearly about the $500 mark, those little numbers, and they're gorgeous, and they're a good quality lens, and they look fantastic, and they're fashionable. Yes, but you'd probably need to insure them.
You're bound to lose them.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Always
Thank you.
informative. I'll take this off. Thanks, Jodie. Although the director did say I look good.